Fire in the hole, let's cook this one pot chicken fajita meal. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. What I got going for you today is a nice family meal that you can make really quickly and easily, and you're going to love this. What we got to do now is marinate some chicken. We got some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I've got some extra virgin olive oil, about 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, maybe, yeah, almost a cup of olive oil. Let's call it a cup. A cup of olive oil, enough to make the bottom of this pan full of olive oil. So yeah, let's call it a cup of olive oil. There we go. With that, we're making a marinade. Okay, to that we want to add some lime juice. This is a 1/4 of a cup of lime juice. I'm going to put that in there. Then we've got some honey. Clover honey, good stuff. Need about 1/2 cup of honey to get in there. You could also use agave nectar. I don't care for agave nectar that much myself, but you could also use agave nectar. You want about 1/2 cup of honey in there. Either honey or agave nectar, your choice. Then I've got some of my Root Boy Rub number 2. Now, if you don't have any Root Boy Rub number 2, you just use whatever your favorite barbecue rub is, or you can go down in the description and buy some. I know that's beyond the comprehension of some of you, but you could buy some Root Boy Rub. I'm going to put about 2 good heaping tablespoons of Root Boy Rub in there because it's good stuff and I like it. And we want this rub to be kind of marinade to be kind of thick. You see what I'm saying? I want it to be thick, and I want it to have that color from that Root Boy Rub. The main thing you get color from in Root Boy Rub is the smoked paprika. But yeah, if you don't want to buy any rub and you don't want to buy any kind of rub at all, I'll put a recipe in the description for you, and you can make your own rub with the ingredients that I'll put in the description. So that's enough rub right there. Let's get that mixed up a little bit. That honey is good stuff. It's going to give it a good flavor. Lime, honey, lime, Root Boy Rub. Then I'm going to take some skinless, boneless chicken breasts that I pounded out, and we're going to get them in there and coat them well on both sides with that marinade, like that. It's beautiful marinade, isn't it? Beautiful colors to that. Going to get our chicken well coated like that. Our chicken fajita one pot meal is coming together right now. So let's get the rest of the chicken in there, and then what we have to do is, after getting the chicken well coated, we got to stick it back in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. 4 hours minimum. Overnight is best. I'm in a kind of a hurry today, so I'm going to go with 4 hours, but you can see what a beautiful color that rub is giving to that chicken. And you've got that lime juice in there. I'm going to get that all mixed up in there. Get that chicken well coated with that marinade. I'm going to make sure that chicken is submerged in that marinade like that. And I'm going to cover it and put it in the fridge for 4 hours, then we'll come back and cook it. So stay tuned. My chicken's been marinating for 4 hours in the fridge. It's time to get it off of there, or get it out of there, and throw it directly on the hot fire. Just like that. We're not looking to cook it at all. We're just looking to get a little bit of smoke and fire on there. Just to get a little bit of, you know, a little bit of cook on there. See what I'm saying? We're not trying to cook it through because it's going to cook in the pot, but we just want to get some nice grill marks on there like that. See what I mean? Yes, sir. That's looking good already. So what I'm going to do next is remove that to a plate and get my pot on here and get cooking this one pot meal. So stay tuned. Okay, I got a little fire and smoke on my chicken. I got my cast iron pot on the fire. I'm going to go in there with some Sang stir fry oil in the bottom of that pot. If you don't have a grill and you want to do this like in your stove or in your oven, you can just cook that chicken in the pot before you put the other ingredients in. But I'm doing it this way because I like that grilled flavor on there. Next thing, I got some red bell pepper and onion that I've cut up in a kind of a, you know, the way you do for fajitas. I'm going to get them in there and get a little bit of cook on them as soon as that pot comes up to temp. Isn't that beautiful? What beautiful colors, huh? Onion, a whole red onion, green, red, yellow, and orange bell pepper. Gonna get that in there in that Sang stir fry oil and get that cooking, and I'll bring you back for the next step for this one pot chicken fajita meal, so stay tuned. Isn't that pretty? Those beautiful veggies are cooking in the pot. I'm going to throw in a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic in there. Good stuff. Minced garlic, can't beat it. Give it that good garlic flavor. You mix that up. Get these cooked down a bit. Okay. Stay tuned. Okay, the veggies and the garlic have cooked down a bit. I'm going to put into this a cup of yellow rice. Good stuff. A whole cup of yellow rice. And then I'm going to put about a cup and a half of chicken broth. Here we go. There's a cup of chicken broth and another half a cup. It wouldn't hurt to have too much chicken broth because it'll cook off. We're just going to give that a stir. So now we've got veggies and rice in there. We're going to throw in a little bit of my root boy rub, a little bit of seasoning in there. There you go. Man, that's looking good now. Let me tell you what. We're going to stir that up. So we've got veggies, rice, and chicken stock. We're going to take that chicken that we cooked on the grill and lay it back on top of that. Like that. Chicken fajita meal. One pot chicken fajita meal. That's what this is. That's what we call it. Okay, we get that chicken stuck back on top of there. There's another piece right there. Chicken, nothing better. Put the cover on that. Cook it down for about 45 minutes, and we'll come back. We'll grab a beer. We'll take a taste of this thing. So stay tuned. My one pot chicken fajita meal is done. But first, that's the Frosty Root Boy mug, star of the show. Here's today's beer. Distill Brewing Company. A Touch of Haze. Hazy IPA. Sounds good to me. Let's find out, Lassa. But one way to find out. We gotta pour it out. Oh boy. I can tell already. It's looking hazy. Yes, it is. Oh yeah. That's a nice IPA. I betcha. Ah yeah. How's that look? Not too shabby. I almost got the whole thing in the mug. I did it. I got the whole thing in the mug. Our Deadhead IPA series molds the strong vibe of our favorite music with the beer we love to drink, elevating both to a higher state of consciousness. Well, I had no idea that this was a Grateful Dead tie-in. I like it even more now. A touch of haze, hazy IPA. Let's take a sniff of that, Lassa. Isn't that beautiful? Smells great. Smells like grapefruit and hops, like it's supposed to. Let's take it. Let's quaff the froth off it, Lassa. What do you think, baby? Oh yeah. That's some good stuff right there. Distill Brewing Company, A Touch of Haze. And I didn't even know it, but this is a Grateful Dead tie-in. I wish I'd known that. I would have enjoyed it more. All right, let's plate up some of this chicken fajita meal. Stay tuned. That's a pretty awesome looking plate right there. I put a little bit of Mexican cheese on that chicken. I've got my veggies and rice right here, nice and tender. Let's get a little bit more of that chicken. Just to taste more of that chicken. Some of that veggies and rice, and get that in my mouth. Oh boy. Boy, does that look good. What do you think? What do you think about that? Don't that look good? Let me get a taste of that. Mmm. That is delicious. That's a keeper. Hey, that's my video. You know what I always say? If you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, go up in the iCard and see BG Barbecue. It's a new guy. Needs subs, needs views. Go check him out, you'll like it. Come back next week. Maybe I'll be feeling better. Maybe I'll cook something good. Although this is very good, I gotta tell you. This is very tasty. Nice, the rice is nice and tender. You got veggies, get the whole meal right there. You could even cut the chicken with a fork. If you had to, if you didn't have a knife, I guess. Got some nice smoke and fire on that chicken. Mmm. Oh, that's first rate, man. Let me tell you what. Okay, babies. We'll see you next week. Go down in the description and buy some of my rub. You won't be sorry. Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but we'll drink a beer and just distill. Hazy is awesome. Awesome beer. I'm sipping it slowly. It's so good. Alright, babies. See you next week. Bye.